Hey guys, and I hope that you had a fantastic week. I am Ramirez Romeo Harp, and welcome to another installment of Divine Wisdom. Now, last week I had discussed the art of customer service, or the lack of the art of customer service, and I just wanted to touch a little bit base on customer service and just explain a little bit about the importance of customer service. Now, anything in business, any exchange of goods, anything that is happening where you have a client or customer or guest or client, you are giving them a service. You are providing something that you do to give a good. In exchange, they give you money for it. So the art of good customer service is to be prompt, to be on time, to be respectful, to be professional, and to listen to anybody's problems in case they have one. Now, there's two problems that come into with customer service. Customer service are the people who are just taking a job or doing a job just to do it. They're not passionate about it. They have absolutely no filter when it comes to expressing themselves over the phone or in person. They have a rude, disgruntled demeanor. They just don't want to be there. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're not happy. And because they're not happy, they don't want their customers or their guests to be happy. Or the type of people who can't separate their personal from their business. So you're never supposed to bring in things that are going on in the outside world into your line of work. That makes you disoriented, that makes you uncomfortable, that makes you spiteful, that makes you someone who somebody doesn't want to be around, and you don't want to be around other people as well. So I just advise people to be a little bit more cognizant about the way that they're approaching people, and because people can make or break you nowadays, especially with apps like Yelp, and where people can just put a review instantly and have a lot of people read it, and it's in someone's hands. So if you are a big corporation or a small organization or a small business, or if you're a nonprofit, you have people looking at your every single move, because unfortunately in this day and age, not everybody wants to see you succeed. Most likely the people want to see you fail because they want you to be miserable and they want you to be right where they are. So I encourage people who are dealing with a lot of people to just develop a craft and an art of knowing how to speak and how to deal with different types of people, and also accepting people for who they are and what they bring to the table, because that as well will help you in your profession. Now, when it comes to customers, we need to understand what our role is. Our role is to get the good in which we are buying. However, that doesn't give us the right to be ignorant, arrogant, rude, pompous, or disrespectful to the person who's providing the service. It's a win-win situation. You have to give respect in order to get respect. So if the person who is providing the service is very light and very generous and very open and honest and forthright in their work, and they are doing an excellent and good job, then treat them as such. Treat them accordingly. Take your personal out of everything. The cashier does not need to know that you and your boyfriend had a fight and that you're angry, and then you take out your frustration on them or the person at the deli, or if you're on the customer service, the representative on the other end of the phone is not the one who cut off your phone bill, is not the one who administered that bill. So they are set in place to try to help rectify the situation. Not all, but most. So you have to also put that into consideration as well. Not everything is about you, even though you are the customer. Not everything is about you, because again, the goods are open to anybody and everybody, which means that you absolutely do not have a privilege just because you have the money to pay for it. You don't. It's a right. It's a right to be able to buy goods. It's a right that we have, and I think that we abuse it all the time. Now, when it comes to these corporations administering the self-help checkout lines, I see a huge benefit and a huge deterrent in those. So we are coming into a technological age where we are no longer communicating with one another like the way that we used to. We used to go out for lunch. We used to have conversations. I didn't have to find out what my friends or family were up to, or even my associates, even on apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Now there is a mean for them, and they are good apps, and I'm on each and every one of them. So I'm not discrediting the apps themselves. I'm just discrediting how people have taken that as an excuse to not communicate and not give forthright service to people, and just to be genuine and to be humble and to be themselves. You have a lot of people who are perpetrating online just to kind of fit this imaginary mold within the World Wide Web, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. Absolutely not. I mean, authenticity is one of the best things that anybody and everybody can have. So going back to the self-service machines, it's breaking down the communications barrier and the aspect of shopping and the joy of shopping and the joy of the camaraderie of going to a store and making a connection or having some type of social relationship with the cashier. You build trust. You start to build a foundation. You start to go to those places on a more frequent basis because you're having that one-on-one personable communication and contact with somebody, and you create a rapport. Now with these self-service machines, it's not allowing us to do that anymore. It's allowing us to treat ourselves and to take care of ourselves. And yes, we are capable. But the thing that I don't like is a lot of places that have these self-service machines, they're giving people the option to either use those machines or to be in a cashier. Well, if you're going to have the machines, then you need to get rid of the cashiers. Because that to me is like, well, what are you getting paid for? Why are you going to pay somebody to stand there and not do a lot of work when most of the people are going to the self-service machines, and that person just holds a key card, and only their job is to swipe and to make sure that no one's stealing anything in the checkout line? Well, if you didn't have the self-service machines, you wouldn't need somebody to watch the backs and to micromanage a customer or a guest who's just simply buying a good. And more often than not, people who go into the lines are people who are going to purchase whatever it is that they want to buy. That's why they go into the line. They're forthright and honest people. The people who want to steal are the people who are not going to go into the line. They're actually going to come and maneuver and have everything already in their pockets, maybe go to the restroom, and then they out. Peace. So again, I don't see the need or the point of that in regards to hiring and having both sides of the spectrum. It doesn't make any sense to me, because then as a consumer, that makes me mad, because that person is just getting paid and taking my tax dollars to fit their pockets just to stand there with a key card and just to swipe. And then the machines always have an issue, so then that makes them relevant and for their service to be needed. And I don't think that it's that important or it's that deep. So again, give good customer service, because people don't want to be treated rudely in either aspect, as a consumer, as a guest, as a customer, or as someone who is providing the service. It's just not something that people want to deal with. So treat people accordingly, treat people with respect is basically was the general gist of it. And let's get back the art of conversation and communication with having good, outstanding people who are passionate about their jobs and take some pride in what it is that they do, regardless of what they do, because no one forced you to fill out that application. You did that. Every job in every industry has its perks, has its benefits, but also has its downside as well. That's just a factor of life. So if you're not happy with flipping burgers, then do not fill out an application to flip burgers. If you are not comfortable with talking to people over the phone and dealing with disgruntled customers, don't go into customer service phone representatives. If you're not interested in going into meetings, then don't take a corporate job where you're a supervisor or you're an assistant or an adversary. Don't do it, because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be fulfilled in your job. And then the people who are going to take the brunt of it is not you, but the customer. It's very simplistic knowledge and very simple science. So again, my name is Ramirez Romeo Harp. Thank you so much. That was Divine Wisdom, and I hope that you all have a great week. Please subscribe, please share, please comment. Let me know what you think about the variety of topics that I have talked about thus far. I'll be posting my next blog via Facebook on Monday. Hope you have a great week, and peace.